Hey everyone, this is Josh from Visto.ai. I am here with Rob Hanna from KC Partners. Rob, thanks very much for coming on the show today.
It's my absolute pleasure. Thanks so much for having me, Josh. Super excited to be on your show.
Yeah, looking forward to it. We've got a slightly different perspective because we normally bring on people in the tech recruitment space, and this one is close but a little bit of a different spin. So I'm really excited to get your input. Can you, Rob, just give a quick intro? Tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Sure. And as you very kindly mentioned in your introduction, so I'm the founder and managing director of KC Partners. So we're a legal talent solutions and content creation firm focused all around community. So I specialize in helping qualified lawyers, legal tech professionals in terms of landing their dream jobs, but also supporting them with careers advice. Outside of that, I'm also an investor in recruitment and legal tech startups. I've been nominated in CIO Times and also the super proud host of our Legally Speaking podcast, which is supported by Clio, who I know are based out in Canada and doing a wonderful thing for the legal community. We're a top 1.5% globally ranked show. And I'm also a avid speaker, mentor, and very passionate about trying to change the perception of the legal industry and try and humanize it and bring more character and personality to the profession. So that's what I get up to. And aside from that, I also launched a Web3 consultancy business this year where we're trying to bridge the gap between the mainstream and the metaverse. So we talk about NFTs, crypto, and all of that good stuff.
Very, very cool. Sounds like you're a busy man, so we appreciate you coming on, Rob. Second question, and our favorite is, can you give 3 tips to aspiring immigrants who are looking to land their first job in a new country?
Absolutely. So my first tip I would say is build a personal brand. And why is this so important? Because now we're living in an age of a hyper connected society. We have so many digital resources. I mean, we're on a podcast right now. We're on a Zoom. We have all of this technology that, if we use it in the right way, can allow you to grow a personal brand. And the stronger your personal brand, the more opportunities will come your way. And there's lots of ways you can do that in terms of growing a personal brand. The biggest way I would suggest people to think about is LinkedIn. It's the largest professional networking platform in the world with over 800 million users. There's opportunities for you to really get visible in the industries you're looking to appear. The second point I would say is network. As cheesy as it may sound, your network is your net worth. So it's so important that you're continuously networking, building up your contact list, key people's voices of influence within the industry you're looking to penetrate. And the third point I would say is to be confident and not give up. It may sound so silly, but the thing is, a lot of people who are trying to aspire to get into roles or to make a career move, they get a couple of knocks along the way, they get some rejection, they maybe get some failing points, and it really affects them. Failure is just all part of the process. So you have to get into the mindset of be confident enough to believe in your own ability and something will happen. Just do not give up.
Absolutely. I love that advice. And LinkedIn is the reason why we're here right now, because I think I made a post asking for some cool guests, and somebody tagged you in it. So love LinkedIn, and that's really great advice. Rob, can you maybe highlight any roles that you're currently hiring for or helping clients with that you wanted to promote or share?
Sure. Yeah. So the legal industry at the moment is red hot, particularly across the globe in terms of areas. So we are recruiting, and some of our clients would also potentially be open to remote-based candidates, which is maybe attractive to people in Canada. So we're recruiting for corporate lawyers right now that have mergers and acquisitions and private equity experience. We're also recruiting for technology lawyers. There's a lot of need for intellectual property, and that's no surprise because you can look at the rise of all these technologies and the emergence of Web3 and all of these different trademarks that people are trying to acquire. The metaverse, which was quoted to be a $13 trillion market by 2030, Citibank released their latest statement. So it's not to be ignored. So we're doing work in the tech lawyers. Also, there's a lot of disputes. So if people have litigation or arbitration experience, we'd love to hear from you. And the other big busy area is real estate law as well. So we're doing a lot of recruitment in those areas. So corporate, disputes, real estate, or tech, or legal tech, we'd love to hear from you because we also have a good relationship with Clio and they're always hiring as well, and we could see what we could do there.
Very cool. We'll provide a link to the website or a careers page in the description for anyone listening if they want to check it out. I've also been reached out to by a fair amount of lawyers moving into Canada, kind of looking for their first bit, so I'll keep that in mind for them as well. Rob, lastly, is there someone in the Canadian HR talent recruitment or people space that you'd be able to give a shout out to?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'd like to shout out my good friend Lindsay Petherick, who runs her own legal recruiting agency based out in Canada. I believe she covers the areas of Calgary, Vancouver, and further afield. So she's excellent for people who specifically are looking to try and get into private practice to work for some of the best law firms in Canada. So definitely check her out. She's brilliant, offers a very high level of service, and is very candidate orientated as well. So she'll help you along the journey with all of your applications and how to really shine in interviews and all of that good stuff.
Awesome. Sounds great. Rob, thanks so much for coming on the show. If somebody wants to get in touch with you or learn more about your company or companies, where do you recommend they go?
Sure. Yeah, I'd love for people to know more about our show. So legallyspeakingpodcast.com. And if you want to know more about me and what I'm getting up to, LinkedIn, as you mentioned, Josh, that's why we're here. Definitely connect with me, follow with me on LinkedIn. It's just Robert Hanna. I'm always happy to talk and look at collaborating or ways I can help you or introduce you to people in my network.
Awesome. If you're interested, definitely hit up Robert either on LinkedIn or the website. We'll link to both of them in the description. If you're looking for help settling an immigration strategy to bring talent into Canada, definitely check us out too at visto.ai. Rob, thanks again for coming on the show. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Josh. Really, really impressed and love the opportunity. So thanks again.